Comic Boom.
Hey guys, Comic Boom here to review Hawkman number 11. Bryan Hitch continues to impress on the art. The art here continues to be really good. There's some up and down moments artistically, overall, but the bottom line is the art continues to shine. In fact, if there's a criticism of Hawkman up to issue 12 here, is that Robert Venditti, is that the narrative has suffered a little bit. I think that more emphasis has been placed on Bryan Hitch's amazing art than on the story itself, because it's really great to see the Deathbringers attacking London and see this massive epic battle. There's gorgeous double-page spreads in this comic book. It's really well drawn. It's really exciting to read. And there's some really cool moments with the different Hawkmen, with kator-al accessing all his previous incarnations, and they all basically come forward into our reality and they help fight the Deathbringers. Unfortunately, the harsh reality is, as kator-al is defeating Adam, you think he kills Adam, but it's revealed that Adam's immortal. Adam comes back to life, and all the Deathbringers, the entire Deathbringer army, can come back to life. And so, even though you got a powerful Hawkman army with all his reincarnated Hawkmen, the simple fact of the matter is that the Deathbringers appear to be unbeatable because they can't die; they're immortal. And so, as Adam says, basically to Hawkman, basically, you know, I can't die, but all you do is die. And that's sort of the harsh reality. Now, a constructive criticism here of Robert Venditti's narrative so far is that we really haven't had much. We haven't had a lot revealed. We don't really know much about the Deathbringers. If they're immortal, how can you kill them? How can you really defeat them? We don't really know a lot exactly. How can it's not explained how Hawkman can access all his past lives. How does he bring them forth? That doesn't make any sense. There's even the Hawkman of Barbados, the Hawkman there from Metal, who is in fact, we thought that is kator-al, so how can he be around? There's the Hawkman from the Microverse. There's some other questionable, there's questions. I mean, cool questions. I'm asking cool questions. I'm not really sure what the answers are, but there's so much here. There's so many double-page spreads, but rather than take advantage of that double-page spread and add more to the narrative and add more substance to the story, Venditti has, I think, chosen to let Bryan Hitch's art just tell a visual spectacle of a major battle. And so I'm willing to forgive the lack of narrative in this comic book, just because it seems to be popcorn, visual, fisticuffs, battle fun. I mean, it's as simple as that. So the harsh truth of the matter is that, as spectacular as the art is, the story hasn't really progressed. We're 11 issues in. We don't have a lot of answers here, but is it fun? It's fun. It's a visual fun fest, and there seems to be a lot going on. At least there always seems to be, and yet somehow the story's just not moving forward. It's one of Venditti's criticisms. He really dragged on Green Lantern. He's really dragging out Freedom Fighters, and here he is in Hawkman. Again, I think he can be credited for letting Bryan Hitch shine on the art, but why hasn't the story progressed and moved a little bit faster? Story-wise, you're probably looking at probably a 5.5 to 6.5 out of 10. Artistically, you're at an 8.5. And the art, to Bryan Hitch's credit, he's actually kept in pace. Bryan Hitch is often an artist that can get behind. He's not behind. He's doing a really good job here. There's one issue left, issue 12, and then Bryan Hitch is going to go on to some other DC projects. We're not sure what they are. You know, rumor has it, could it be a Legion of Superheroes? Could it be some other project? Could it be JSA? We don't know, but it's great that Bryan Hitch had a lot of fun on Hawkman, and it shows, and very minor little glitches here and there. The bottom line is this is a lot of fun. Highlights in this issue are the various Hawkmen that make an appearance when they battle the Deathbringers. We've got Silent Knight from Britain, and as an old reader of Demon Knights, he actually recalls seeing a Madame Xanadu. She was in the old Demon Knight series from the New 52. It was really great seeing him. kator-al of Krypton, he makes an appearance. That's great. The Gold Hawk of Andrino. There's also Nighthawk of the Old West. Be nice to see Nighthawk interact with Jonah Hex at some point. I love Jonah Hex, my favorite action hero. I'd love to see Jimmy Palmiotti come back, Justin Gray, do some Jonah Hex, throw some Nighthawk in there. That would be great. Even like a 12-issue mini maxi series for those guys. The Dragon of Barbados is probably the most interesting, right out of the pages of Metal. That's really awesome. I don't know how that's possible. I don't quite understand that. I thought that the Dragon of Barbados, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys can correct me. I thought that was kator-al at one point, so I'm not really sure how they can coexist, because that's actually the same kator-al that exists now, or at least maybe I'm wrong on that. You guys can correct me. There's Airwing of New Genesis, Avion, Hero of the Microverse, which he's really small. Again, that doesn't quite make sense. Just because he's from the Microverse doesn't mean that he should be small, because he doesn't have the technology of the atom to shrink and grow, get larger. But in any event, it's still pretty cool to see. There's kator-al, Wingman of Thanagar. There's Kator-thol of Ran, the planet Ran. There's Prince Khufu, Mat, Qatar of Ancient Egypt. And I'm butchering some of this. I mean, look at these double page spreads. My God. Great stuff here, man. The art here is really fantastic. You know, it's good stuff. But again, not much happening story-wise. But hopefully we have one issue left. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more substance to the narrative moving forward here. Because right now we really have so many more questions. And we don't have very many answers at all. But, hey, we got some great art. Guys, tell me what you think of Hawkman number 11. Follow me on Twitter at Metropolis40. And until next time, Comic Boom out.